and that person will then decide if they want them as part of their ghost busting team or a ghost they want to bust.
Okay.
And Zach, your one historical figure is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh my God.
Make him bad, Zach.
Welcome back to the break room with Ghostbusters Frozen Empire coming out next week. We thought it might be fun to have that usher in the return of Breakroom Assembled, a format where Brandon, Jessica, and I draft our ultimate teams of different groups. And today, it's a Ghostbusting team.
Heck yeah.
We're going to see who can build the best busters.
Yeah.
Build the best busters.
And ghosts.
Build the best
And
busting
ghosts.
boats.
We're doing like both sides of the equation here.
Ooh.
Busters and the ghosts of which get busted.
We're gonna bust some ghosts. And then I'm gonna bust a ghost.
Oh no.
Oh!
Can we put a cap on the word bust
No,
for this
never.
episode?
You put it in here.
Come on.
It's in the script. I'm just reading
That's
what's on the
right.
telephone.
I misunderstood the assignment, and I have a bunch of busty ghosts.
God damn.
I can guarantee this, Brandon's ghosts are going to be busted. Okay.
He already lost.
I'm Zach Huddleston, of course, and joining me today, I'm thrilled to have Brandon Barrick and Jessica Clemons here.
We got one! That's my Annie Potts.
We got one.
We got one! Ghostbusters, what do you want?
I'm excited to see her in Frozen Empire.
I'm so excited
great.
she's back.
Before we get into the rules for today's Assembled, two things. One, yes, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi's birthday.
Whoa, I
Happy
had no idea!
You're one of our regular chatters and frequent gift subber. We appreciate you, and we wish you a happy birthday, Obi-Wan
A great
Kenobi.
trash bag out there, a great breaker,
One
a
of-
great roomie.
One of
A
the
great roommate.
One of the trashiest bags. We appreciate you and everything you do. And we have to announce the winner of the last Assembled. That was, we were putting together a Marvel squad for a night out, kind of a Vegas
This is the Vegas
weekend.
party weekend? Okay.
And we don't know who ended up winning there based on audience vote. So, Evan, do you want to reveal the winner?
Yeah, it was pretty tight there for a while. We haven't done one of these in a minute, so but I check the scores every day just because
Every day.
And it was me submitting my
it's
vote
part
for
of my
myself.
it's part of my daily, wake up and get the show going routine. But with 40% of the vote, Jessica wins.
Oh!
It was neck and
You suck!
I will say it was neck and neck with Zach for a while.
I genuinely was like, this might be the one Zach wins, but I guess I'm the number one party animal. I have the best X-Men team.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm the people have spoken. Zach.
I think
sucked.
I think second place might be my highest finish ever. So, out of
Congratulations, Zach.
Okay, well, you know what? I'm going to take that as I'm building momentum. Okay, so here are the rules for today's Assembled. Okay, we're building the best ghost-busting crew and the ghosts they're going to bust.
Okay.
And this is not like a literal, like, this isn't going to be the next film in the franchise or anything like that. This is more just a fun hypothetical experiment, okay? So we're using ghosts lightly here. It's a supernatural brawl, so there'll be some movie monsters, some kind of supernatural characters, maybe some witches, some warlocks, some whatever might show up. The character can be canonically living or dead, no variants. So, if somebody drafts a live action character, you can't then take the animated version or something like that. And the roles we are going to fill here today are, and they're helpfully listed here on our whiteboard, a Ghostbuster. And so this is a character from a previous Ghostbuster franchise installment. Any of the Ghostbuster franchises installments are up for grabs. A Marvel character, a DC character. Classic stands for classic movie monster.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we're getting, sorry, I should say the top three, these are people that are gonna be busting ghosts. Okay, so we're gonna have a Ghostbuster, a Marvel character, and a DC character forming our Ghostbuster squad. I think with the assumption being that we are the fourth buster.
Oh, we're
that
involved in
situation.
this?
Yeah.
I am
You have to
afraid
be on
of
the
ghosts,
team.
so this is a bad idea.
And then classic is classic movie monster. Comic, this is gonna be any comic book character, DC, Marvel, whatever, but that is in ghost or supernatural form.
Right.
So it could be canonically a ghost, or it's just dead Cyclops.
It
Whatever.
could be the ghost of Cyclops.
That's right. Yeah. An ancient evil, right? Like it looks like Frozen Empire. They're kind of the big bad is the weird horn ancient
Right.
character, right? And then history is a historic figure. So somebody, the ghost of a president or a queen or king or something like that from the past who, again, will get busted. There's a little fun.
Oh my gosh, John!
Too soon.
John, enemy of the royal
Thank
family.
God you're not mic'd up, John. Otherwise, the chat would be furious with you.
Louise. I'll cross off Kate Middleton.
I've seen Petite Fort Fairy in the chat saying find her, so they definitely heard John.
Oh no!
Find her.
Oh no!
Who, us? The three of me, Zach, and Brandon?
Damn, dude.
We could try.
Kate! Not in there.
I can't confirm. She's nowhere in our studio.
You screamed into this like it was a shell in the ocean.
There's also going to be a little bit of a curveball. Producer Evan, do you want to describe the curveball?
All right, so the Doom Popcorn Bucket is on the table for a good reason. In the Popcorn Bucket is each host's name. Everyone will draw a name from the bucket. The name they pick, they will choose that person's historical figure. And that person will then decide if they want them as part of their ghost busting team or a ghost they want to bust.
Okay.
Interesting. Are we starting with that?
Boy.
Let's figure out what order we're gonna go first.
Okay, so we're rolling a 20-sided die here. Ooh, 4. Not looking good.
18!
Oh no!
If you get a D20, I'll kill you.
14.
Okay, so Jessica will pick first. And we'll do snake style, so it'll go Jessica, Brandon, myself twice, and then back through. Okay.
Okay, so then, but for this first, for the curveball, let's do a, let's go down the row once. So pull the name,
Yes.
go down, and
wanna
then
go
we'll
first,
restart
Jess?
it from the top for the actual.
I'm busted!
Oh, I like
I get to choose a blank
It's a
one.
flag. That's
What?
cute.
Is it a blank one?
No, it's up at the top. You're
Oh,
covering
my
it.
finger's covering it.
You gave her too much paper,
I
Evan.
know, it's a big old piece of paper for a tiny word.
I get Zach.
It's like a baby sandworm.
Oh, okay.
And Zach, your one historical figure is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr.
Oh my God.
Make him bad, Zach.
Are you gonna fight him? Or are you gonna fight with him?
How messed up would it be if they have to bust the ghost and I'm okay? Actually, you know what? He'd be a good Ghostbuster.
Yeah, I agree.
I think the only downside is
What would he do?
well, he could give some rousing speeches
That
to
is
get,
true.
to get
That
the
is
busters, excited.
They're like, oh no, it's 2 hours long.
Oh, also, I mean, of course, he was a minister.
Yeah, that's true.
And so
100%.
there's a little bit of
100%.
like, he could be holding up the crucifix to, get those demons out of there.
I just want you to know there's always like one black Ghostbuster per Ghostbuster team. And if yours is Martin Luther King Jr., that's pretty
Okay, I mean,
That's
it's
pretty
kind of
sick.
the ultimate black
That's,
Ghostbuster.
that's honestly, I feel
Okay,
like that's my
he's-
team.
Okay, he's a Ghostbuster. That's my historic figure. Martin Luther King Jr. I will take him. He is alive and well on this team.
Oh yeah, is he
and-
not a ghost?
Or I
Yeah.
guess he could be a ghost that is also busting. He's like a friendly ghost,
Maybe
right?
he spent some time in the afterlife, and he's like,
The
Yeah.
ghost of Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah.
Do I even need to draw the bucket? You can have.
Don't do anything crazy. And knowing him, he's gonna do something crazy. He loves history.
I'm gonna give you, Jessica. I will give you. This is kind. Joan of Arc.
Oh, such a fun one.
Make her evil.
I was like, I'm gonna bust the shit out of this.
I mean, it's kind of fun either way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wait, and she's just the fourth. I don't have to put her in my DC or Marvel or Ghostbuster spot, right?
No, she just is in your historical
figure spot. Yeah.
Oh, okay, perfect. Yeah, I want to play with Joan of Arc. That'd be so
thank you.
great. I love her.
Here, Brandon, why don't you stay up there while I give you your historic figure? Okay, this particular historic figure's on my brain because I just watched a movie about
Oh, heck yeah.
him.
I love this.
And I'll give it with a caveat of who has to play this, okay?
Is it Truman Capote?
Ooh, that would actually be a fun
No,
one.
that'd be
No,
horrible.
but I want
like all these living people.
I want Joaquin Phoenix as Napoleon.
So I have dead Joaquin Phoenix, but he thinks he's Napoleon.
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it.
He's great. I love Napoleon. I know a lot of people do not love that movie. I think
I haven't seen it yet.
Give it a go on Apple TV Plus. It's free if you got that service.
He's obviously going to be a bad ghost on mine. So I put a frowny face here.
Ooh.
Bad ghost. And then you guys have happy faces.
Okay, so you're hunting Napoleon.
We're hunting Napoleon.
I like that. And that's what a tough
He's a tough
adversary because he's a master a strategist and a great general. So that'll be
he has
tough to
been dead
bust.
for several hundred years, so he might not be that great anymore.
Okay, fair. Okay, so now Jessica gets first pick here.
Yeah.
She can fill in whatever category other than historic figure she would like.
I know. I feel like I should go obvious, but then I'm also like, I gave you guys Martin Luther King Jr., so maybe I should go with one that's okay to lose.
And you had him in several slots on your draft.
I did. I put him as my DC character. You guys don't remember him?
I'm sure he's
Doom
appeared
Patrol?
in comics at some point. Yeah.
Oh yeah, like if I chose one Marvel character and
Like Obama's been in it.
Eminem is in the Punisher.
Obama was in Marvel Comics.
Nah, fuck it. I'm taking Peter Venkman.
Venkman's a good pull.
Great ball.
I said I'm taking.
Great ball.
I had to think
That's
about it.
Bill Murray's character.
Yes,
Ghostbusters.
OG cast. I mean, great. I mean, he's so fun.
That was the one I was like, I'm sorry. It takes me a long time to think this through because I'm like, I don't really care to have him on my team, but I'm like, no, I bet that's what. Both of you
Venkman's a
have.
good pull. You want to have a Venkman. That's great. Well, I think I can wait on
Thank you for
Ghostbusters
writing.
then. I'm going to take, because I want to get this one early, I'm going to take my DC character.
You son of a bitch.
I'm not going to do this. Jess and I had an argument earlier. I'm not going to take that one. I'm going to
Okay.
take, I think, my second pick for the DC, which I think is still a good pick.
I think yours is my first.
John Constantine.
Yeah, that was
dude.
my
No, that's the first pick.
That's my
Of course,
first.
that's the
That was
first
my
That's a
pick.
good DC pick.
And I'm gonna take the second one. But Constantine was the one I was like, they're gonna take Constantine, but I was like, but everyone's gonna take Venkman.
I mean, you want Constantine, and I almost want Keanu Reeves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Constantine.
Constantine's fun overall, so
Yeah.
great.
Good.
Great.
You want him helping with ghosts.
100.
He's dealt with it.
Okay, then on that note, and I get two picks here. I'm gonna take my Marvel character.
Damn it.
And again, just thinking thematically, who makes the most sense here? Who would you want busting ghosts beside you? I think there's a lot of good options, but I'm going Doctor Strange.
Okay.
I think
That's good.
he's not quite a Ghostbuster. He's more of a supernatural. But yeah. Yeah, that's right. Sometimes even his own kind of dead man versions.
What
okay.
I think is interesting is that you took Doctor Strange instead of Wong.
Oh.
Well, too late because you wrote Doctor Strange on the board. But because Wong is in mine, because I was like, oh, Wong's more fun.
That's a good point. And he maybe has a little bit more.
We saw him in She-Hulk. He was dealing with
Ghostbusters.
all
He's got more
of
experience
those
than
health things.
Strange.
Okay, but
worked at Target.
so with Doctor Strange, and he's also like he has a very specific comedic voice, and I think like the Ghostbusters films and everything in that franchise is a comedy, right? Kind of action comedy, and so like he is a great, he's got like a little bit of a dry wit, but he's mostly a straight man,
Right.
And I think a lot of his best stuff is like off of. Maybe a Wong or Loki or even like Spider-Man kind of being a little sillier. So then I need to counter him with somebody a little wackier. And so this is a big swing for me. Okay, I'm coming out the gate with my second pick, movie monster. Okay, now I know.
Okay.
Girl.
So I was thinking like, you could go there's a lot of classic movie monsters, and this might not fall in this category. But I want Beetlejuice. As my movie
Beetlejuice.
monster, okay?
Ooh.
Just because like I want Michael Keaton on there with his like
He's
manic
not
energy.
going to help you.
No.
Oh, no,
this
this is
is
the bad-
this
this is
is
bad,
who
yeah.
we're
That's
going
true.
up
That's
against.
true.
Right? I need like a very different energy from my team, and I need like a fun, high energy charisma. So Beetlejuice is going to be my movie monster. That's who we're tracking down. I could see him also being like, he's the Act 1 adversary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's the Slimer, the whatever. You
Okay.
kind of work your way through him to get to the big bad. But that's my pick. So
Can't
now-
wait to see MLK go up against Beetlejuice. That'll be great.
Now that's some headcanon.
I really like that speech. I got a dream myself.
I have a dream myself.
I have a few dreams. I can't talk about them.
Oh my God.
Back to Brandon.
Okay, I already have Napoleon as a. Okay, I want to take my ancient evil now because I want to get this good one that I really like. I think you got to go with like the best ancient evil there is, Cthulhu, right?
Oh, duh. Yeah, that's a great one.
Because
That's
then you
perfect.
could do like anything.
I didn't even think about that because that could also have gone with classic Oh well, I guess not.
Yeah, has Cthulhu been like a?
No, I was about to say I don't know. I don't. Well, I'm sure there's like an I feel like there's an animated version of Cthulhu.
He doesn't usually show up as like a physical form as much, right? Like, and that's
a great
very, very on brand for Ghostbusters. That's Gozar or whatever, right?
Oh,
like,
that's what. Oh, yeah, Lovecraft Country.
Lovecraft
That's what
Country. Did they do
They
it?
didn't.
Cthulhu. It was
Cthulhu didn't come
like.
out.
I think that was like kind of planned for that second season of that show a little bit. I don't know.
Sarah Hadjadorian saying an animated Cthulhu in the opening of Rick and Morty.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
Cthulhu
true.
type character.
Yeah. Not that.
Well,
good
that's
pick.
This is more-
Good pick. Okay, on to Jessica.
Okay, perfect. I'm going to take my MCU because you haven't taken yours, right?
No.
I'm gonna take my MCU, my Marvel character, and I'm taking Blade. There is no world in which I do not take Blade.
Good one.
Because we got Beckman doing funny, being himself, and then we
Yeah.
have Blade being serious, but also being smooth as hell. And because I have those two characters, it only makes sense to take my DC character that I still think, Zach, because he didn't even think about it. Zatanna.
Zatanna, baby.
Zatanna, easily. Are you out of your mind? And you know what's even better?
gonna love being on
Yeah,
the team with Zatanna.
And you know what's even the best part is I have my Zatanna and Joan of Arc. The idea of those two characters
wow.
talking and Joan of Arc being like, yeah, I do this for Christ. Christ spoke to me. And Zatanna being like, yeah, girl. Yeah, you want to see what I can do? You want to see magic?
Yeah.
Here's your God. She comes with a blade, and
Christ.
then Zatanna's just
Hey.
like magic.
Hey, Zatanna, Christ spoke to me, okay? I'm gonna do what I'm doing here.
Christ spoke to me.
That's a
girl.
good pick. That's a good pick.
Okay, real quick, before we get to Brandon's next terrible pick,
Good
I want to
Lord.
thank our sponsors. BlueChew.com is an online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. And you can take them anytime to get that extra confidence in bed. Signing up is super easy to do and all done online. Go to BlueChew.com, consult with one of their licensed medical providers, and once you're approved, you'll receive your prescription within days, shipped directly to your door in a discreet package. If you're skeptical or don't think you need it, try it for free for a month and see. Blue Chew wants to help you have better sex. Discover your options at BlueChew.com. Chew it and do it. And we've got a special deal for our audience. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code Breakroom at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping. That's BlueChew.com, promo code Breakroom to receive your first month free. Visit BlueChew.com for more details and safety information. And thank you, Blue Chew, for sponsoring the show. And then we also want to shout out our friends at Hovsco. We have a little video to play that producer Evan cooked up.
Hello? Oh, hey, I was just calling. Tom Holland just tweeted that he has a special announcement happening today.
Oh, that sounds pretty big. Man, do I have time to get my special lunch?
Yeah, maybe if you hurry.
It's even got a foldable frame.
Oh yeah, this bad boy goes 19 miles an hour. It's got a 35-mile range. The battery's got a 6-hour charge, and when it gets dark out, a little light automatically comes on the front to keep you safe.
It's all great, but is it fast enough for me to get my special lunch?
Yes, Evan, it's fast enough for you to get your special lunch.
That's a live shot, folks.
Wait, all just for that?
No, go back. Go back
All
to my
this
baby.
for that?
If Evan was my son, I'm so proud. I'm so obsessed with him. Oh no, my
No,
sweetie.
don't be sad. Come on.
This is the best Mother's Day gift I've ever had. I'm so obsessed with this.
Look at him. Oh my God. Oh my God.
He almost crashed into Hank.
He almost.
Wow.
Is Hank okay?
Thank you to Hubsco. We really do love that little scooter. We use it all the time around the office. And if you go to hubsco.com/new rockstars for $50 off a Porto Max scooter, just like the one Evan's been tearing up on all over town. And finally, thanks to Jelly Bean Planet. These folks have been sponsoring us for a while now on the Breakroom, and we love them. You can see the damage I've done to this 42.5 ounce jug over the last few weeks. They make delicious jelly beans. They're all natural flavors, plant-based colors, no GMOs or bad stuff. You can find them on Amazon or click the link that's in this video's description. Easter's right around the corner. Do you got somebody with a sweet tooth in your life?
Me.
Yeah, Brandon would love some. Look, he's technically a Jelly Bean Planet head right now.
Yeah.
Order these up. They make a great gift, or they're fun just to keep on your desk or around the house and snack on.
You don't have to eat them. This makes a paperweight.
They're good just to look at. Frankly,
You could keep a door open with this thing.
That is
Good door
true.
stop.
Yeah, you could put a bunch in a sock and beat.
Maybe you're in a band and you need.
Oh yeah, that sounds
Ooh.
way better than the tambourine.
yes.
I bless the rains down in us. It's kind of like a
That's
rain.
not a rain thing.
It could be a rain stick.
Needs work. Okay. Speaking of needing work, it's Brandon's pick.
He's been waiting. He was waiting to do that to you. I just want you
Dang,
to know.
dude.
He prays for your downfall.
Jeez Louise. He was only putting 20% of his mental energy towards those ad reads. The other 80% is culminating on a burn for me.
Yeah.
You know, I did have one of my other picks for DC character was maybe Batman, just because I thought it would be funny for Batman to deal with ghosts.
Oh shit.
He goes.
This isn't science. I think I'm gonna take my movie monster.
Okay.
My classic movie monster, and I want to go scary. You know, I want to really freak the people out. So I'm going with Nosferatu,
Ooh.
the original.
And Nosferatu
vampire.
is actually scary.
Yeah.
Dracula isn't. Dracula is just a man.
There's no sexiness to Nosferatu. He's just weird rat face, scary guy. Also topical, there's a film coming out this year. Is that a Robert Eggers joint?
That's the one with Willem Dafoe.
Yeah. Is that? Yeah.
Willem Dafoe's playing
Willem
Nosferatu
Dafoe.
again.
Yes.
Is it like a sequel to
Or
Shadow
no,
of the
it's
Vampire?
Bill Skarsgård, isn't it?
No, yeah, it is. Well, I think
Willem
Willem
Dafoe's in
Dafoe
it.
is
He's
in
Oh,
it.
okay.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Shadow of the Vampire, it's great. With
Is that Carrie Elwes in that too, or?
Is it
I don't
sexy?
remember, but like,
Anyways.
it's a little sexy.
Okay, Nosferatu, good pick. Okay, now it's to me. Now the only categories I've done so far are Marvel and classic movie monster. So I better get my DC. They've both already picked their DC character. So actually, there's no rush. I might as well wait there. I need to get my Ghostbuster before Brandon does. Okay,
There's only like one other from the original.
There's two. From the
There's
original.
a lot from the original.
We were
but you know
discussing
which
whether or
one.
not you could take Egon if Egon is like in canon dead.
Well, we also know they're not afraid to have him show up as a ghost.
That's true, but he doesn't speak.
But I don't know. I don't think Egon and Doctor Strange's energy, I don't know. There's a little overlap there. You know what? This is unorthodox. Winston Zeddemore is my Ghostbuster pick.
That's a great pick.
He's just, I need a little fun energy next to Doctor Strange. You know, I need a little everyman.
I thought you were going
He's
to
like-
say a little energy next to Dr. Martin Luther King.
No,
I was
well-
like, okay, Zach. We
Also,
get it. Zach, we
I
get
got
it.
doctors so far, so
Oh, yeah, you got a lot of doctors in your
yeah.
group.
I should have done more Doctor. Okay, and then I'll do my Ancient Evil. There were some good options here, but you know, I'm gonna get the Ancient Evil character that scared me the most in a movie recently.
No.
I'm gonna do Baphomet.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Showed up in Hereditary, the weird
Oh,
goat-headed
that's a good
guy.
one, too. You guys were thinking outside the box.
So
Ancient
ancient,
Evil.
yeah. So I'm doing Baphomet is my Ancient Evil. That's gonna be my big bad that we're going after.
I like that.
Maybe misspelled. I don't know.
I think that's right.
BAPHOMET. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I spell it a lot.
Great. Great.
Back to Brandon.
Well, then I'll wrap up the Ghostbusters then. You know, Stans is out there. You could take Egon, I guess. But I really like what's been happening in the new movie. I think I'm going to take Gruberson.
Oh, Paul Rudd?
Yeah.
That's a good pick.
He's a good comedy pick. He'll do well. Working with Constantine is a little too serious. So we'll take Gruberson, I think, for my.
I mean, if you really... Your Marvel spot's still open. You could get Ant-Man.
I could.
You could double red. Double red. You could cross streams on red.
I don't know how good Ant-Man is against ghosts.
No, probably not. Not
I guess he could get Giant to fight the giant like ice monster, right, or something like that.
Stay Puft Marshmallow Man. You know, that'd be a.
Oh, I guess if you use a PIM particle on the proton pack and make it larger.
Oh.
Is that like too dangerous? Is that too much energy? Too much nuclear energy? Could be dangerous.
I like that.
We'll never know.
Okay, back to Jessica.
I should do my classic movie monster. I put 3 very good ideas for very good. So good,
Congratulations.
you guys don't understand how good it is. Have you both done your classic movie monster?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to say what my 3 options were.
Okay.
And then because
You want your flowers for
kind
your...
of. No, that too. I want you guys to tell me how great I did.
Everyone, let's see claps in the chat as these get read out.
One that I think is very fun, would be funny, would be great, is the 50-foot woman.
Okay.
I think that'd be very fun to attack. My
And
third,
it's fitting in this franchise when there's often huge giant monsters.
That's what I
Do you
want,
think
is a
like
giant
Bateman and
monster.
Blade would be like, Zatanna, why don't you handle this one? We can't shoot a woman in the streets of New York.
I think they're gonna try to shrink her back to be normal.
Oh, okay.
It's not-
Before
it's
they
not gonna be
blast her with
killing
the proton
It's gonna be
packs.
like, let's try to get her to this set. I feel like Blade and Zatanna or Joan would probably lure her into one place, like push her into one place
Okay.
while they do the science part.
I like it.
So there's the 50-foot woman. I was gonna put Godzilla, but I think that's actually impossible to stop. And when you're just
okay.
like normal people.
Oh, yeah.
Because they can't blast him with the proton pad.
Ain't gonna help.
But is it the ghost of Godzilla?
Still feels like unstoppable. He's gonna destroy too much things. And my last choice was Pennywise.
Ooh.
Because I think that's just scary as
Very
hell.
scary.
Because
That
he's gonna
is
bring your
scary as
fears and make my team just become one.
This is now an R-rated Ghostbusters
I know.
movie.
The child murder would be a new thing for Ghostbusters. Yeah, I love it.
He keeps murdering children. Get him! Joan of Arc's like, children. Well, they're going to heaven with Christ. I just love that she does everything for Christ in the name of Christ. I think I want to lean 50-foot woman
50-foot woman.
Whoa.
because I think
like
that's
that.
fun and it's as big as Godzilla.
They like to have fun in these movies.
And again, in Ghostbusters 2, they animated
Liberty,
the Statue of Liberty, which is...
Oh, I'm just stealing a different idea.
Yeah, that's great.
And then it's still my turn.
Yes, you got another pick.
I'll choose my ancient evil. And you guys really thought outside the box, but I think mine is better.
You thought outside the box.
Because
Capitalism.
what's more ancient evil than systemic racism?
No.
So we
How does it manifest itself?
it's going to.
Okay.
And I'll tell you right now, you know who's gonna beat it? Peter, Blade, Zatanna, and Joan of Arc. And myself, led by me. And we're gonna overcome it, destroy it, send it back to hell, and y'all gonna realize we're living in a new day.
No, we were joking before we started taping that this character could be manifest
Yeah, as
a character called Jim Crow.
Yeah.
Jim Crow, yeah. We said it could
Very
be
evil
manifested.
Southern man.
A very evil Southern ghost man that we have to beat the shit out of. And we will.
Does he just start redlining New York, basically? He just throws out these red lines.
Oh my God, he's just starts. Oh my.
He's
I would-
defunding public schools.
This is why
He's,
Sam Wilson can't get a loan from the bank, dude.
That's right. That's great.
And I love just someone as old as Joan of Arc is also like, that's evil. That's
Now that is evil.
that's evil. And Joan of Arc gets that. fucking
Christ
sword.
would never allow this.
She puts on that chainmail. She says, "Kill him!
Burn him at the
Burn
stake.
him at
The
the stake."
irony, this should be my systemic evil. You know,
Yeah, that would be good for
Dr. Martin Luther King is on my team, but you know what? That makes sense. Maybe we're part of the same franchise here. Okay, Brandon, you have the next
We've
pick.
all left this random comic one open, huh?
I-
And
Well, it's so big. It's
a reminder
such a
for the
big-
audience too. This is not like this will be. It'll be an evil or a ghost version of a comic book character that you have to defeat.
Right.
Yes.
Right,
Not somebody
right,
who's on your team.
I don't know if I'm there yet. I don't know if I'm ready for that one yet. Well, actually, I will do my comic villain. And I think this goes well with, like, Cthulhu, you know, a big ancient evil. Napoleon, big ancient evil. You know, brought the empire back to France after it was a republic. I mean, come on. You got Nosferatu running around. I think for my comic, I'm gonna go with Dormammu.
Oh,
That's
Kind of
too
like
big.
tapping
That's
into that dark
now,
energy.
I would argue Cthulhu and Dormammu.
Well, maybe they're gonna bounce up against
I
each
know
other.
that's a little bit of.
That's their ultimate undoing, is that they
Yeah.
can't.
Oh,
keep
that
it
it's
along.
too much. I mean, they're very similar characters. Yeah. Okay.
So that'll be my pick there for my other comic.
I mean, even Nosferatu, Dormammu, Cthulhu.
Yeah, we're
you
going
have
for the
like
ooze.
yeah.
Oh yeah, they all into ooze.
Okay.
Ew.
It's back to me for my last two picks. I need a DC character and a comic book character. Okay, DC character. You know what? I'm just taking big swings here. I've already got Beetlejuice. That's my favorite monster. I want Swamp Thing.
Ooh, okay.
Well, take that off my list.
I want Swamp
Take
Thing.
that off my
I did have like Man Thing on one.
I know. Well, technically, you can still draft Man Thing, I guess. Or no, we've all picked our Marvel character. Only because like Swamp Thing is kind of fulfills that supernatural
Yeah.
cop kind of role, while also being weird. And I feel like there's a lot of comedy that you could
Yeah.
play off of him. Certainly, he's not necessarily a comedic character, but there's a lot of jokes to be had about him being a swamp humanized. And then my comic book character. I mean, it's a little on the nose, but I feel like as an employee of the greater New Rockstars network, I owe it to
You're not
everybody
gonna-
here
you're not gonna say
to
what I
draft
think
this
I'm saying.
character, Mephisto.
I did have that on my list.
I feel like the combo Mephisto and Baphomet, not quite a Dormammu Cthulhu, but it's up there. We got two
it's a
bad
good-
devil types.
good
Okay,
combo.
and then Brandon and Jessica with their final pick.
Yeah, for my Marvel character, I got a lot of dudes. We got too many dudes running around here. So I think for my Marvel character,
Ooh, I did draft an all dude. I don't know if we've gendered Baphomet yet, but I do have all gentlemen.
I did have like Clea on my short list, but like going up against her dad, I don't know. It's a little,
I think that's fun.
it's a little fun,
That
but
would make for a good movie.
I think I got a better lady who would be a good Ghostbuster.
Who?
She's turned things around. She's ready to take control of the dead again.
Me.
Hella. You gotta have like Hella.
Oh,
I'm surprised you didn't do Scarlet Witch.
I thought about
yeah.
Scarlet Witch.
Yeah, a lot of people in the chat were saying Scarlet Witch.
I feel it's like to me it was just too. It was like yeah, of course.
yeah.
Yeah, of
Too
course.
easy.
Let me remind you of the other ones like Zatanna. That you guys forget about. That is amazing.
I would like to have Hella. I think I've cast.
Also-
what a
I think
pick.
I've drafted Hella before on one of my teams.
That was a great one.
That was a good pick.
I think for Supernatural, I also like the DC Supernatural characters more
yeah.
than because Marvel. I'm like I love Scarlet Witch, but I was like, do you know how many crazy freaks there are in the DC universe? They're doing such weird things, and I'm also drafting another DC character for my one comic Supernatural character. I'm taking Deadman.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
And
he
because
was
I
on my
think
list.
I know that the 50-foot woman will just destroy a lot of things. Systemic racism will mess up a lot of things. Dead Man will literally embody people and just like take over people and go through things. So it's like a not shape-shifting, but you know.
Yeah,
phasing into-
possession.
Yeah, possession. that's what it
Yeah,
is.
that's great. Okay, so a quick review. Now that all of our teams are drafted, Brandon took as his Ghostbuster, Gruberson, Paul Rudd's character from the new films. Hela is his Marvel character. John Constantine is his DC character. His classic movie monster is Nosferatu. His comic book character is Dormammu. Ancient evil Cthulhu. And his historical character, given to him by me, Napoleon Bonaparte, who he's going to hunt down and zap as a ghost.
And I'm down a Buster. You know what I mean? You guys got 4 Busters because my ghost is evil. So these 3 have got to hold it down.
You know you're on the team too.
Yeah, or you're
Oh,
the
I'm there
fourth.
too.
You're the 4th. So we just have 5-person teams, I guess. Yeah. Jessica went with Peter Venkman as her Ghostbuster, Blade as her Marvel character, Zatanna as the DC character, 50-Foot Woman as her classic movie monster, Deadman, and as the comic character, Systemic Racism as the Ancient Evil, And then Joan of Arc as her historical character given to her by Brandon, who Joan will be fighting alongside the rest of the team there as a good character with a lovely little French accent. We actually got 2 of our 3 historical characters in French.
French history represented big.
In a little way, Martin Luther King probably has a little French in him. Oh, okay, your turn.
Viva la France, indeed. And my team, Winston Zeddemore, who again, just based on the trailers for the most recent team, is some kind of corporate bigwig now, right?
He was in the post-credit scene.
Yeah, well, they all showed up. Well, they all showed up at the end of the film.
Oh, that's right.
But then in the trailers for Frozen Empire, he's like a rich guy now.
I thought the post-credit established that he like brought them back to New York and was like,
Yes.
I own the building or something.
So we'll find out there. But Doctor Strange is my Marvel character. Swamp Thing is my DC character. Classic movie monster, Beetlejuice. Mephisto is my comic book character. The Ancient Evil of Baphomet. And Martin Luther King Jr. will be my historic character. Fighting ghosts, busting.
We shall overcome.
There it is.
We shall overcome.
I dream of a day when the sons of ghosts and the daughters of ghosts can fight alongside them.
Will MLK Jr. pick up a proton pack, or will
Oh, that is true. He is.
He's a nonviolent. It's all about nonviolence.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point. Maybe he has to be more like the Annie Potts character. He's just like back at the. He gets him,
answering the
psyched up
phones
to go out, but he's like, I'm gonna stay back here.
We got one.
He's eating ice cream. I just imagine him getting ice cream and walking around.
Can we go through some also Rans who didn't get drafted that we feel like we were close to? I will say historic figure Rasputin.
Yeah, Rasputin's
right
a good
there.
one.
Could be a fun
I
one.
had him as an ancient evil. Rasputin.
Yeah.
I put from the other historical figures. I put Henry VIII, and then I put Malcolm X, just in case someone took Martin Luther King.
In case someone took Martin Luther King. Malcolm X.
For another ancient evil, I had like Medusa, which is fun. But I also was thinking like Cersei from the Odyssey. The one who turns all the men into like
that's a
animals
good
or whatever.
one. See, that's what I was trying to think about with the one comic supernatural character. I went with Neil Gaiman's Sandman.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh yeah, Death. I'll take her. I was like trying to think of like characters outside of our wheelhouse so bad, but it was so hard for me.
Well, on that note, this is not outside of our wheelhouse, but I was thinking ancient evil Palpatine.
Wait a minute.
They have to find.
Wait a goddamn minute.
Who's Paul Patine?
Paul Patine.
Paul Patine, Mr. Patine. No, Palpatine. Sorry, I
love
mispronounced his name.
I love that.
Just thinking of like a big bad, a super evil, and then like I was thinking like Morgan Le Fay.
Oh
Who's
yeah,
like kind of Arthurian.
Yeah,
It was like Merlin's lover kind of a thing.
in the outworld.
For Ancient Evil, if you guys weren't going to let me do systemic racism,
Let you.
if you guys wouldn't have let me put that one down, we also did the NRA and voter suppression. So I was prepared. I had backups.
You had backups.
I had backups. I was thinking.
Don't worry, bad management has destroyed the NRA. So you don't have to worry about that.
Classic movie monster. You know, we all kind of thought a little bit outside the box.
Yeah.
Nobody touched a Dracula or Frankenstein.
I had Mummy on there.
Yeah, Mummy might be
Well,
a
they're
fun
all
one.
really, because like the Universal movie monsters are so small to what we're trying to put them in.
Yeah.
So I was like, I don't want the Invisible Man.
I like Nosferatu because he creates more vampires if
Yeah.
he needs to. I think Mummy's a good one too because his involves like a curse.
And there's more supernatural element there.
Like the Wolfman, shoot him
Well,
in the head.
I honestly, I was even thinking like Frankenstein was on my deep bench for DC characters.
Yeah.
Because Bride of Frankenstein is going to be in
Well, Frankenstein will
Creature
be in
Commandos, and
Creature
Frankenstein
Commandos,
is also in Creature
For my
Commandos. Yeah.
DC character, I also put Raven from Teen Titans.
Oh yeah.
Because I was like, oh yeah, I forget that she is super.
Yeah. I was also thinking like Freddy Krueger as like a classic
movie monster.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Because how do you fight a dude who's like in your dreams or whatever like
That's
that?
a good one. I didn't even think about like those classic movie monsters. I
Like
was
they have
thinking
to
of
find a way to
the
get their
one.
proton packs into their dreams. I don't know. Do you fall asleep with it on?
Other Marvel characters you considered? I mean, I kind of just went down the middle. I was like, any of the Avengers would
Yeah.
kind of be fun.
Like I said, I had Clea. I was thinking like Ghost Rider.
Oh, that's
I put
yeah.
Elsa Bloodstone as my.
Oh.
backup to
Yeah.
Good one.
That's a good one.
RoboKitties in the chat brought up if someone had said the Four Horsemen, would you have considered that one ancient evil? Would you have had to split that
No,
up?
I think you could consider that together
Horsemen of
because
the Apocalypse?
I was also thinking like the plagues, you know, the
Ancient Egypt.
the Old
Yeah.
Testament plagues. But then I was like, I don't want people to have to like, you know, choose Christianity in order to destroy this thing.
The Four Horsemen would have been funny to watch. Just them all coming in with their different, because they each hold different items when they come into war. Some don't have like an actual warrior type item, and then you're just like, what do I
Yeah.
what do I fucking do? Does it get rid of this in the world? You guys all thought out of the box with ancient. Well, I mean, I did too. I thought.
Yeah,
out.
you
But
really thought outside
your
the
guys'
box.
were actual because as soon as Evan was like ancient evil, I was like, oh, so like racism, and he went, no, Jessica. And that was the first place I went. I was like, you guys are actually thinking of actual ancient evil. And I'm like, oh, that's a good one.
Yours is not good, but it exists.
No, I would have loved the Four Horsemen.
problem.
The Four Horsemen would
Yeah, I like the
Yeah,
Four
that's a
Horsemen.
good one. Yeah.
Alexander the Great's another like historical figure.
Yeah.
That would have been
Conquered
good.
like nearly half the world.
Yeah, I was thinking Genghis Khan, like any
Yeah,
of
yeah.
those, they would show up in a Bill and Ted's movie or
Right,
whatever.
right. Attila the Hun or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have chose like Edgar Allan Poe because he would not have helped. He wouldn't have helped.
You've been drunk as
And then
hell.
He wouldn't have helped on either side.
That's great.
Anyone from the Victorian era is either like drunk as hell or high on coke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not gonna be much
or
help.
Laudanum. Or
Yeah,
whatever,
yeah,
right?
Dilaudid
Like, we're all on
or-
weird drugs you can't even get now. Yeah. Yeah.
Unless
that
you
was
have
great.
some Dilaudid, please call in.
Yeah. We have a P.O. box.
Send drugs.
Don't send drugs. Evan, any other things we should shout out in the chat?
Lots of people, playing along and a lot of fun suggestions here. I feel like this one was really fun. I feel like everybody was like super into it. I can't everyone was chatting so much that I couldn't keep up with any like other ones that jumped out besides Four Horsemen. Which I was gonna sub in as my ancient evil, but initially I was trying to think about it. I was like, the meteor that killed the dinosaurs?
Oh my god!
Damn,
They
Evan,
gotta defeat the
damn.
meteor. Oh my
A
god!
ghost meteor?
I'm like, what is it gonna do? Just go through us? Because it's a ghost? Yeah, we think that would be actually the funny.
We think
plot.
it's coming and it passes right
It goes
through the
right
Earth.
through us. That would be so funny.
But
And
it
it'd be
goes
like,
it
oh.
goes through like the Earth's core and like haunts the Earth's core as it passes through.
Hollow Earth?
Chilling it.
Or does it bring like the ghosts of all the dinosaurs?
Oh,
God, please don't. It's like Jurassic World again,
Yeah,
but they're
but
all
they're ghost
dinosaurs?
raptors.
I'm good. That'd be the scariest thing. I don't need to see that.
Yeah. I'm seeing the Winchesters as busters. One of the Winchesters?
The Winchesters.
Oh,
From Supernatural.
Yeah.
They weren't that good at their job. I
how you
love
get
Supernatural, but they
20
always.
seasons of that.
Yeah,
shit.
I was like, I love that show, but they kind of trip
Yeah.
fall into winning every time.
The girls from Charmed, can you have them on your team?
Which generation?
They're fighting with each other.
Oh, okay.
Could you get what's his name from True Blood?
Oh, Bill?
Yeah, Bill.
The vampire?
Oh,
He might, because you know how. Oh,
There was
you
that
got
witch
Anne
lady.
Paquin.
There was that witch
Oh,
lady.
yeah,
Yeah,
that
Anna
was
Paquin was a fairy or
It
whatever.
could help. She was able to do everything to everybody.
Yeah. There was that witch lady in season 2.
I command you as your maker.
Jessica, I shall make a command you.
Yeah, lots of good picks. I was thinking a couple other supernatural characters, Marvel.
I dream of a genie. That would have been a good one. Keep going.
Ooh, I was thinking, just for the Maymays, Morbius.
No one wants
Isn't that
Morbius on it.
Nosferatu?
Well, actually, in hindsight, how did I not draft him and go for an all-doctor lineup?
Dr. Michael Morbius.
And then my movie monster could be Dr. Acula.
Boo. Absolutely not.
Dr.
Absolutely
Jekyll?
not.
Dr. Jekyll, maybe?
Oh,
No,
Dr.
he's
Jekyll
a
and Mr.
monster,
Hyde.
dude. He's a crazy being. That would have been a good classic monster, Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been so fun.
Technically, also DC. Isn't League of Extraordinary Gentlemen? Is that DC? Or was that Dark Horse?
Oh, that
I
might have
don't know.
been, yeah.
Or Image? I don't know. I'll say them all.
I'll say them all.
I'll say them all.
Yeah. All right, well, wrap it up. You know what?
Make sure to vote.
Make sure to vote. I'm less confident in my team this time.
Link-
Oh,
I'm very
he's on the
confident
ropes.
in my team.
The champ's on the ropes, folks.
Right now we've got 13 responses, and it's pretty much tied across the
Oh, okay. Never mind. I'm very confident in my team.
Pretty much tied. He says
The
you can't
polls are
split
still
13
open.
three ways. Someone's ahead.
The polls are still open. If you're in line, stay in line.
Yeah.
When I'm too confident about my team, that's when it usually loses, and I'm too confident about my team.
You gotta like simp the audience. You gotta be like, no
I
one's gonna
hate
vote for my team.
You guys hate Joan of Arc.
I also just
You guys
reading,
hate Christ.
reading comments. I feel like if you pick two characters that people really like, that's enough to win them over.
Yeah.
Or
Did
if
we
you- if you pick
surprise
the-
you?
If you pick the characters they were already thinking of, I don't know. But
Were you surprised? Were you delighted?
I think mine was very surprising.
okay.
No, it wasn't. Now I'm looking at it. I'm like,
I think yours is very surprising. I don't think anyone was thinking.
this was also, I will say, the whiteboard was a game changer.
Yeah.
This
Yeah, I think
big
was the
upgrade.
most
right?
things we've ever drafted, and I feel like it was the most efficient and
Yeah.
smooth.
A
Thank
lot
you,
of pressure
Brandon, for
spelling for me, which I did not
a
agree
little
with.
bit, a little bit. When you, and the way you wrote MLK Jr., it looks like it says milk, and I kept thinking Harvey Milk immediately, and I was like, who gave Zach Harvey Milk? I was like, what?
I know you did. I'm dead too.
I'm dead too.
He's the ghost of everyone.
We got to do a second draft. We've had too many good ideas for alts.
Yeah, we have too many good ideas for alts and ancient evils.
From now on, all assembled will include dead ghosts.
Can we just do a draft of dead ghosts we'd like to meet or whatever, right? Like,
dead draft.
Seven ghosts you want to have dinner with or whatever.
Oh, that's fun. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
I guess that we could.
Oh my god, and we have to throw in one to mess up the others, and it's a horrible person.
Oh, yeah, like
Yeah,
One really bad person.
You gotta have Ted Kaczynski at your dinner party.
a ghost dinner party? That's kind of fun. Okay.
Do a ghost dinner party, dream blunt rotation, and then each of you has to pick a sabotage person to absolutely ruin the blunt.
Oh, okay.
You know who the low-key sabotage person is for me? Charlie Chaplin. I feel like he would be a horrible person to smoke weed with. Watch him go crazy. Yeah. And then he starts talking too because he's just quiet behind the scenes. And in front of the camera, he's probably saying a bunch of crazy, horrible things. He's probably a monster man.
Also,
I'd say Carrot Top for the same reason. Just like Carrot Top. Let me show you something. You're like, Then he starts like bench pressing you, and you're like, Carrot Top, I'm out of here, dude. Apologies to Carrot
How
Top.
much you weigh? Let me bench you.
God bless. Come on the show, Carrot Top.
No,
Come on
no.
the show, Samulu. We haven't said that name in a minute.
Yeah,
and
come on.
He's responding to Jessica's tweets about the Oscars.
I
out
didn't
there.
respond to him because I was too scared.
What?
I didn't know what to say. I just liked it.
You say, come on the show, you coward.
I was gonna be like, I love you. But then
He's in LA.
I'm so scared.
Also, we need to come on the show just to address the Shang-Chi 2 room.
Yeah, we don't hear about
John and I made a joke about me just responding back with that and being like, "What? Where's Shang-Chi 2? Like, what do you know about it so far?"
He would be like, you tell me.
We know your body's working, so
Yeah.
what's
We know
up,
you're all
dude?
healed up. We
Yeah,
saw you dancing.
come on.
Saw you dancing.
So thank you so much for watching this episode of The Breakroom. Be sure to subscribe, follow The Breakroom and New Rockstars on YouTube and all those platforms. And most importantly, have a great day, everybody.
Latest Gators.